This is the new TC Pride Podcast, Episode 32, Part 1 of on-location coverage of the free LGBTQ self-defense training seminar at the University of Minnesota. TC Pride Podcast, we are on location, University of Minnesota, right outside of Coffin Memorial Union, where they're holding a LGBTQ self-defense class. I'm here with a couple of attendees today. What's your name and where are you from, please?
I'm Zed. I'm from White Bear.
My name's Ruby. I'm coming here from St. Paul, originally from Wisconsin.
All right, so really simple. Why are you here?
I'm here because I want self-defense classes and I want to feel empowered instead of helpless.
I feel like after the election and the culture right now, everyone's so afraid that this kind of gives us something that we can do, a way to feel a little bit safer, a way to feel a little bit more in control. And at the moment, that's one of the best things, to have a little bit of hope in how to go forward.
So a lot of people are feeling a lot of maybe physical danger right now. So other than physical danger, what are some fears you have given the current events that have taken place?
I'm generally afraid for my community of trans people, which is a very vulnerable community in the LGBT places. I am very afraid for my trans friends and some trans family members as well. So I hope to be able to teach them some things as well, and not only protect myself, but also my friends and family as well.
Well, right now, a lot of the culture is very violent and everyone's kind of afraid. I've noticed even more than physically, a lot of people are just terrified and not sure where to go emotionally. And so to have something that people can do, someplace that people can get together and meet other people, and that's one of the big reasons I came here, because if you have somewhere to go and you can see other people who feel the same way you do, you don't feel as lost and you don't feel as alone. And I think that's going to be the hardest part coming up here, because people are so separated that it's very easy to feel alone. I've had multiple friends have absolute emotional breakdowns, and even some that had suicide attempts because of the recent election. And so to be able to come to a group and just say, you're not alone, we're here, and we'll fight, whether it's sitting next to you on a bus or punching the guy who has you in the face, So, yeah.
I would also like to say to anyone feeling hopeless, suicidal, very upset right now, please stay safe. We need you. You are loved. You are valid. Thank you.
I'm Matt. I'm from Maplewood, Minnesota.
Andrea. I'm from Eagan, Minnesota.
I'm here to help my friend learn self-defense.
I'm here to learn self-defense so I can defend myself from any guy that likes to try and grab my,
I'm afraid that people I know are going to feel like it's safer to go back to their home countries than to be here, which may or may not be the case. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely one of my biggest fears.
I've seen a lot of hate going around on the internet. Things that people are graffiti and everything. I worry for my friends of LGBT background and other nationalities. I want to be able to defend myself and help others defend themselves. So that's my goal.
We just need to be encouraging polite discourse, even if you're not agreeing with somebody. I mean, I've seen a lot of people saying, if you voted for, I'll say Trump, if you voted for him, I'm going to unfriend you, and I don't think that's the right action. We still need to be talking to those people, find out why they did what they did, because I have friends who did, and they're some of my closest friends, and I know that they're not hateful people, and I know that they had a reason that they think is good, and I want to find out what that is and try and understand that, and that's one of the most important things, I think.
We need to learn to understand each other more and help those that are being attacked in this time, verbally, physically, just kind of try and be there for them, and also try and understand the opposition, try and see their point of view, why they think things should be the way that they are, and see if we can sway some minds, change some minds.
Yeah, I mean, martial arts, I've been training in martial arts now for 4 years. I'm going on my 5th, and I mean, one of the things that my sensei teaches is that, self-defense, if you have to run away, that's legit, and the last thing you want to do is to hurt somebody or to use it to cause harm. It's always a last resort. If I'm in a situation where somebody's attacking me and it's possible for me to immobilize them without actually causing them any damage, because I know I'm capable of doing that, then that's what I want to do. It's always the last option. Like, if I'm against a wall, then I'll have to. Or if there's 5 guys at me. But if it's one person and I'm not up against a wall, chances are I can stop the fight without causing any damage, and that's the one thing. That's what I definitely want to do. That would be my first option.
I'm Sarah, and I'm originally from West St. Paul. While I have some experience in self-defense, I'm very terrified for my safety seeing the spike in hate crimes. Well, I could lose my job. I own a house, so I could lose my house. I might not be able to apply for a loan to get a new car. My car's a piece of crap. I could lose my livelihood. I could lose everything with the current administration that's been elected. Well, I think that, for one, if you're an ally, really take the allyship very seriously and challenge others. Use your privilege as a force for good. If you're within the community, then I would say, just say, my door's open. Offer some emotional labor. If you're able to, offer whatever you're able to offer, even doing dishes. That would be great if someone would do my dishes.
My name is Alana Collins. I was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and now I live in St. Anthony, Minnesota. Well, the main reason I'm here is I saw one of my former classmates at MCTC interested in the event, and I thought the event looked pretty cool, so I figured I'd check it out. Well, I'm mostly just worried that a lot of the equal rights that we've been working towards in recent years are going to be taken away due to the events of the current election. I'm kind of remaining a little fearful for it, but I'm also trying to look into staying up to date with the current events and seeing how I can do volunteer work. Basically, the best way to look out for each other is really to speak up when somebody is getting attacked or insulted and take them to a safe location and talk it over, and really just stick up for those who are being attacked, insulted, and are being discriminated against for stuff they really can't control.
I'm Ari, I use they, them pronouns, and I'm from Wayzata.
Briar, they, them pronouns, and I'm actually from Louisiana.
I've taken self-defense classes in the past, but I haven't done it in a while, and I guess I'm just scared with all that's been happening that I'll be attacked and someone will realize me for the queer person that I am and not like it, and I'll be in danger.
I'm small and I've never taken self-defense classes, and I'm identifiably queer, and I hear a lot of stories of people in Louisiana getting attacked, so I want to be safe.
I guess something that I keep thinking about is, the past few months I've been seeing a gender therapist, and we keep coming back to this topic of when do you want to transition and when do you want to tell your family, and I've always been saying, I can wait until I'm out of school, I can wait until my family situation is better, I can wait until I have better health care, but I'm afraid that my plans are going to come crumbling and there won't ever be a better time, and I will lose my health care and I won't be able to live in the body that I want, and I'm not intending, that wasn't what I had intended or planned for or ever wanted.
Honestly, similar things. I had been thinking about transitioning, thinking about finding a gender therapist, but I'm really worried it's going to be a lot harder now that I'm somewhere that's a thing that can be done in Minnesota usually. Not anymore, maybe.
Oh man, it's been awesome having just my friendships grow deep with people, and everyone's been checking up on each other and spending time together, and that's been really fun and really therapeutic and pleasant.
People are always checking on each other now, checking in to make sure they're safe, making sure everyone gets home safely, and honestly that's really nice because it's just good to know that people care.
Sarah. Bo. Well, with the recent events, there have been a lot of reported hate crimes against LGBTQ people, and I think this is in response to that. We want to know how to protect ourselves and protect other victims of possible hate crimes or just attacks.
I mean, basically for the same reason. Also, I want to learn some more for my own personal protection because I'm also a woman and I'm a sexual assault survivor.
Well, I think this event is a great community building tool that we can you can come together and we can it's actually just a really good time out here. I mean, you've seen some people you don't know, and we're all united by a common interest that we want to protect. We want to protect people who may be at risk right now.
I'm Amber. I'm from Iowa City, but I go to school here. I'm here today because I am scared, but I don't want to be scared of what the future will bring, and I want to know that I can protect myself if need be. Yeah, I've been just being supportive of my other minority friends, be if they are, Muslim, different color of skin than me, or different sexual orientation or gender. And I pinned a safety pin to my backpack earlier today to show that I may not identify as all of the groups that Trump has said mean things about, but I am an ally and I am there for them, and I'm just not going to stand for his racist and xenophobic language, and if he ever plans on acting on those promises that he made during the primaries and the general election, then I will be among those fighting against it.
May, I'm from Minneapolis.
I'm Frankie. My pronouns are they, them, from Minneapolis.
Alyssa, she, her, Minneapolis.
I think now more than ever, it's really important to be able to defend yourself. With the Trump presidency, I don't feel safe leaving my apartment. I will feel a lot better once I'm able to defend myself.
I think it's just important to show up for ourselves and also for our community here, and to protect ourselves and also to protect each other and to kind of look out. And it's really important to do community building this time now more than ever.
I am also here because I do not feel safe with Trump as our president and with the rise in hate crimes and whatnot. So I want to learn the skills to properly defend myself and feel more safe in this world.
Aside from the physical fears, I mean, just mentally worrying about how I can handle everything that's going to happen with the Trump presidency, all the homophobia and sexism. I mean, it's a mental thing too.
I've been working on trying to turn the fear that I have and the fear that my friends have, which is super valid, into direct action, and kind of help support each other, especially for folks of color out there, to stand as a white person and be aware of my privileges and act on that.
Well, I'm a preschool teacher, so I'm really worried about some of my coworkers and some of the kids I work with, especially my students of color. So I want to do my best to make my classroom as inclusive and safe as possible. So I'm just working to take action to help them know that even though the world might be against them, our classroom is a safe space and that we respect and love diversity.
I'm Siham. I'm the manager of the Queer Student Cultural Center, and right now we are speaking in the Feminist Student Activist Collective, that group, as well as the QSCC. We came together, and one of our general members, Sam, she is the one who really put this all together, and we stood behind her and made sure it came together within the rules of the administration. Yeah, we had about 110 people come in and out of the front grass in Kaufman, and it was a beautiful thing. We had Sam, Chandler, and Spencer. They were just teaching the community how to defend themselves in distressing situations, de-escalation tactics, how to break holds, and instead of being this big scary thing, I feel like people were able to come together and not be terribly stressed about maybe perhaps having to be in a scary situation like that. It was very lighthearted. Everyone was laughing. People were smiling. It was a fun time.
I saw you were moving around the field a lot, interacting with a lot of people. What were some of the reasons that people gave you for being here today? Or what were some of the feelings that people were sharing with you today?
Mostly it was gratitude. It's hard to not feel helpless with what's going on with the election and the few stories that we have heard about people being threatened and people being under attack. So it's hard for people to just do nothing. And so, being here today and having the opportunity to learn how to defend themselves and also get together with a bunch of other queer people on campus, it was honestly, people just were showing gratitude. It seemed to be cathartic for them.
And so, obviously, the theme of today was martial arts, self-defense, right? And so martial arts, of course, is a great way to take care of yourself and to empower yourself. What I've been hearing from a lot of people recently, probably more now than ever, is it's important that we're also taking care of each other and empowering each other. What are some ways that we can do that? Or what are some ways that maybe you've seen people doing that?
In general, when you see people being harassed on the street, when you see discrimination taking place, it's important that those of us who don't agree don't sit back and passively take it as, oh, it's a difference of opinion. It's violence, and you have to stand out and speak against violence for it to not continue.
The TC Pride Podcast has been a production of Podletter Media and Twin Cities Pride. Subscribe now on iTunes or Google Play and submit your first Pride story at myfirstpride.org.